All right, in this Ibis build kit, I determined we got a longer hose here pre-connected to our caliper here. This is going to be for our rear brake. It's got a flat section here. I don't know the name of this guy yet, but we're going to start by opening up our little doorway here on our chainstay, and then we're going to run this guy through. Don't drop it. So running it through, we're going to have access down here at the bottom bracket. This is our left side of our chainstay, running it inside. Going to have access here with our missing bottom bracket. If you need to, we can twist. That's going to curl and get you a different angle if you get stuck here. But we should be coming out here. Then you just get your pick or something like that. Grab it. So here we go. This guy right here. We're just going to continue coming up our down tube right there, and then you're going to have one of your doorways off here. So this is for the rear brake cables coming up. We're going to have it loop around, going to over here on the right side of the handlebar. So we're going to have a nice swoop here. So we're going to be coming out the left side of our top tube there. So just continue to fish it through, guide it upward and onward. All right, so we're going to use the Park Tool cable kit, the IR-1. And I'm going to use the cable that has the rubber boot right here. And we're going to start by dropping him in on the inside, on the left of this top tube. I'm going to let that come down. Let gravity help us out. And we can grab it down here at the bottom bracket. So I can feel it. And then you can probably just grab your magnet. Either you can use the magnet they give you, or you could use something a little bit longer. So get this guy out here. So here we got a rubber boot. And we did come in on the left side if we're sitting on the bike. And go ahead and slide this rubber boot over the hydraulic line. It's a perfect size. Has a nice tight fit. Just take your time, work it on. Get it on all the way just in case we get stuck and that way it doesn't pull off too easily. And then go ahead and take your slack, shove the housing back in there, get your cable slack back, and then you want to help it. You want to work the cable through as you're pulling on the other end of the internal line. And at a certain point, you're going to come to the end here and just work it out there. Just make sure you don't overshoot it, guide it to the hole, and then continue to work it up. And here we go. We can go ahead and take our little rubber boot off, and our Park Tool routing kit actually came in handy for once. This is going to be mounted flat on the bike if we're going with a 140 diameter rotor, but we're going with a 160, so we're going to use this little adapter here. It's that one that says outside with an arrow. So I think we're going to use separate bolts to mount this to the caliper, and then we'll have bolts that come through the frame and mount the whole caliper to the bike. So we're going to mount this guy, see, outside, so arrow's facing this way. So this guy's going to mount to the caliper directly. And you got to flip it, so I guess you want the wording down because inside has an angle that's going to match up with our bolt angle as well. So basically they're going to be recessed. So wording, we're going to be able to read the wording here. Go ahead and bolt it up, and then we're going to lie this flat down. And we're going to use the short bolts. Basically we're using this little guy. Looks like a little pin bolt. And they're both the same size, so that's going to go in there. 4 millimeter. And just get that started easy, and then we'll get the other one in there. All right, so once you got this little wedge adapter, I got the arrow pointing that way. Riding is here where I can read it. It's facing me. And then we're going to come down. Basically got our 2 bolts or 2 holes. And then we have 2 more threaded holes that we're going to bolt that onto. That comes down flat. Get that started. Grab your other one here. Threads right into that bracket wedge that we just installed. And then we're good to go. So we're going to use a torque wrench, 4 millimeter on that guy. That's a 5. All right, so they recommend 6 to 8 Newton meters. So you take your pick, because nothing's a given in this world, nothing's for sure. So when in doubt, go in the middle or start low and then work your way up. I'm gonna go 7. So we don't want to have to go back because this guy's loose. Yeah, get a good grip on that. All right, 7 Newton meters. Same thing with your other attachment bolts. Now we're coming with our longer ones here. We got 13 millimeters protruding through. Boom. You could even keep this loose, get that bolt started, helps you keep it nice and straight. Again, we're gonna snug up and then back off, half turn or a turn. We want that to be a little bit loose. So when we go to guide our rotor in, it doesn't get stuck there. Now we can go back and double check, grab our wheel. So here we got a 160 rotor, boom, fits in there. Fits in there, that's a start. So I think we're looking pretty good right there.